Hard to believe that November is here and there's a lot of changes in the marketplace. The interest rates have stayed steady. There's a new ban on short term rentals. The government has come out and made new legislation to push for more multifamily housing throughout the province. And the market is starting to change. What does that mean for you? That's what we're going to talk about today. Now let's start with the interest rates. There was widespread belief that they were going to go up in October, but as we got close to that October 25th deadline, some things changed with the inflation numbers and the state of the economy, which had the Bank of Canada slow down, and they maintained their rates, which is really positive news and brought a little bit of renewed confidence and assurance to buyers going forward. Now, how did that impact our market? We had a bit of a run leading up to it. When they didn't change, we didn't really get a surge or a slowdown. It just was not much of a big factor for us. And I don't think it will be going into the winter months. I've been fielding a lot of calls about the short-term rental ban. Now, keep in mind, it won't fully come into effect until May of 2024. A lot of people are concerned that it's going to slow the market because we're going to see a lot of listings coming, especially on the condo side, as people let their Airbnbs go. But there's a couple things I would like to bring up. One is a lot of the condo buildings don't allow Airbnbs anyways, so there's not a huge percentage in our marketplace. The other thing to keep in mind is with the rising rates over the last year to year and a half, a lot of investors have been letting their properties go because their return is no longer strong. A lot of these investors, they're Airbnb, and some of them are long-term rentals, and they've already come to market. So watch for the spring market. We're always going to get that listing surge anyways. Could there be a little bit more from the short-term rental ban? Potentially, but I don't think we're going to see a huge impact in our marketplace. Now, there's been a lot of talk in the last several months about BC's changes they're trying to make to zoning. And what they're trying to do is speed up the process that it takes to rezone and rebuild, especially when we're looking at multifamily developments. Not necessarily high rise, high density, but that small scale duplex, triplex, fourplex units to add housing stock for the families in our communities across the Lower Mainland and the province wide. Now, they've just released a bunch more information about how that's going to look and possibly be implemented. Stay tuned. We're going to look at this in a more detailed fashion in the coming months. Now let's dig into our marketplace. We've returned to that seasonal market where we'll see the fall will pick up after a slow summer, and then it slows into the holidays. Now, as I mentioned earlier, now it is November, so we are turning that corner toward the holiday. We're seeing the buyer pool shrink, and even the listing pool is starting to drop because not a lot of people will list their homes at the end of November and into December unless they are forced to do so. Now, this extends more than just a seasonal change. The sales really have been on the decline in most of our areas and most of our product type since May of this year. And the listings have been on a steady incline as well. So we're sitting on listing inventory that is higher in most marketplaces than it was in the spring, which is slightly unusual. Historically, though, we're still sitting on low inventory. What does that mean for the balance of the year? I think you're going to continue to see stability in prices. They may sag a little bit, especially if the consumer confidence continues to wane with some of the economic factors that we're all dealing with. We'll continue to keep you posted. Have a great month and look forward to talking to you in December.